Make it 3.
Going for the single just now.
Oh, no.
Son of a bitch.
You get your 2?
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thotgor here, of course. And today we are going to take a look at two clips, both in the Minekaze are, because both are pretty fantastic games. But more importantly, we are going to start off with a bit of a riddle. Now, the riddle itself, we'll flash it up on screen here, and it will be in the video comment sections below so that you guys can all have a chance to read it and respond back. So, the riddle, we're going to get that up here. Now, the reason why we are doing this is, if you don't know or aren't aware, Puddahead, one of our subscribers here on the channel, goes by Yumpin' Yummy on YouTube. He has some rescue dogs, right? So basically, dogs that haven't been in the best situation, and Puddahead comes in and rescues them, and obviously gives them a great life for the time they have remaining. One of Puddahead's dogs has recently passed away. I know that, all of us, well, I assume all of us have had pets before. I know for myself, I've lost some great pets over the years, and it's really, really sad and really tragic. And just sort of in memory and in honor of Puddahead's dog and his commitment to just helping out animals, right, and just being a nice person, we are going to get this riddle out here. So what is going to happen, we're going to flash it up on the screen. Like I say, the riddle is in the video comment section below as well, so you can take time to read it. But basically, answer the riddle, and what you will get is $30 worth of prizes in the premium shop. So Puddahead is fronting up $30. So if you answer the riddle correctly, you will get $30, and then you can spend that $30 in the premium shop. So basically what will happen is you email me the answer, I'll email you back and say, yeah, congratulations, you've won. You tell me what you want in the premium shop, no more than $30 US, the value, and then I will give that information to Puddahead, so basically your World of Warship name, and Puddahead is going to go ahead and credit you the item that you chose. So be sure to take a look at this. Now, obviously, this contest is running today, March 10th. And we're going to have it run until, I'm going to bring up a calendar here, let me take a look. We're going to run it until March 14th. That is Monday, March 14th, 12 midnight Atlantic Standard Time. So that's, 11 Eastern, 10 o'clock Central, so on and so forth, right? And this will be for North American players only, as we're working in the North American Premium Shop at this point in time. If you're playing another server and you're wondering about, well, Thotgor, you said the next contest we're going to have is going to include all servers, that is correct. I'm hosting this contest on behalf of Puddahead, and obviously it's sponsored by him as well, so I'm still working on the whole cross-server thing here with Wargaming. But anyway, we're going to get the riddle up on the screen. Alright, so we can see it there. So there is a man in an 8-inch thick concrete cube that also has 3 inches of steel plate armor on top of the concrete. In the cube is a table, a mirror, a pack of matches, a saw, a candle, and a pitcher of water. How does the man get out? So this is the riddle. We're keeping it up on the screen. It's only going to be up on the screen for about 2 minutes here. I just want to make sure that everyone has time to look at it and to read it and to think about it. Because I know for myself, just in terms of, how we all learn differently, right? I'm very much auditory and visual learner. I need to actually see the damn thing and ideally have it, read to me or spoken to me or something to that effect, right, to include the audio. That's how I learn. So I'm just going to keep it up here on the screen, like I say, for another minute or so, just to give you all a chance to look at it. Now, keep in mind that the riddle itself is also in the video comment section below. So be sure to take a look at the video comment section below if you need more time to think about it. All you have to do to win is email me the answer, right? Email me the answer. So thotgor1@gmail.com. All the emails that come in are time coded, so I'm going to know who has answered first. You have up until Monday, which is, I got to bring up the calendar again because I forget, Monday, March 14th. I shouldn't forget, that's actually my younger sister's birthday, but anyway, you have until Monday, March 14th, 12 midnight Atlantic Standard Time to provide the answer. Now, as soon as someone provides the correct answer, I will go ahead and announce it in the next day's video to make sure that, none of you are still trying to answer it and the contest is already won and over. But you have until Monday, March 14th, to answer this question, to get it correct. Email me the answer, thotgor1@gmail.com. Then what'll happen is you tell me, I'll tell you that you won. Then you tell me what package in the premium shop you want, no more than $30 US. I will go ahead and forward the information to Puddahead. Puddahead will then credit you your prize through the premium shop. So pretty good contest here, a little riddle here to earn yourself some things. Now, before we do go any further as well, I do also just want to show off some of the dogs that Puddahead has helped over the years as well. So obviously a huge thank you goes out to Puddahead for offering up this opportunity for you guys to win some things from your premium shop. But more importantly, just kudos to Puddahead for being a human, right? for helping out another being in need here. So thank you very much, Puddahead, for offering this prize up, and I hope you all take advantage of this. It's another opportunity for you guys to get some free stuff out of the premium shop. Some new bundles came out as of late. Keep in mind, up to $30 US value. Just email me the answer. I will then pass the information along to Puddahead, and Puddahead will then credit your information. Contest starts today, March 10th. Until March 14th, 12 midnight Atlantic Standard Time. All you have to do is email me the answer, thotgor1@gmail.com. The emails are time-stamped once again, so the first person to answer, to get the answer correctly, will be the winner. And once the winner is actually determined, I'll go ahead and announce that in an upcoming video to make sure that you guys aren't still racking your brain around that little riddle there. Anyway, I guess I'll say it again. Thanks, Puddahead. That's awesome. So we're going to get into the battle here now, right? So battle has progressed a little. You can see that I have managed to get myself a kill, so that's not too shabby at all. We managed to secure the northern point on straight, so that is great. I'm moving into the middle point, and I'm lining torpedoes up on this poor, unfortunate battleship, right? Who obviously is going to be driving in a straight line. So we're lining up on this guy. We're capping the B point here as well. I just want to take the point, right? That's the main thing here for me. Take the point. Like I said at the beginning of the battle, both these clips we're watching today are both in the Kamikaze Yar. That being said, obviously I do really enjoy this Kamikaze Yar, but I really notice the difference when I play the Kamikaze Yar versus the Minekaze. The Minekaze is just that much better than a Kamikaze Yar, right? You just have a little better detection range, little better speed. It makes all the world of a difference. But still very similar ships. Same thing with the Fujin, right? Anyway, took out the Itsuchi, I think it's called, the Tier 4 Japanese premium battleship. So we took that ship out, so that's fantastic. We're down to just 4 enemy ships remaining. I did manage to take the B cap point as well, so fantastic. We're going to line up some more torpedoes on a poor, unfortunate cruiser, hoping that this guy stays in a straight line. And then he, that player will just run into those torpedoes, which will be fantastic. Not too shabby at all. This battle here went fairly well. There's definitely strategy. You can definitely talk about strategy at these lower tiers, tier 5 and 6 and whatnot. But for myself, I don't know if I have much of a strategy when I'm playing these destroyers, my Kamikaze Yar, the Minekaze. My basic overall goal is to win the battle, as I'm sure it is for everyone else. But all I try to do is one of two things. If it's a map like this, where we've got 3 different cap zones or 4 different cap zones, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to start capping zones. That's my main priority as a destroyer. I'm doing it. If it's just 2 bases that we need to defend, the enemy has theirs, we have ours, then my goal is simply to harass the enemy and maybe try and take out some of their larger ships. Their battleships ideally is what I'm going for, but on top of that as well, I want to get into their base and I want to start putting pressure on them as well. So I launched more torpedoes off at another cruiser. This cruiser, though, is suspecting. It's a St. Louis, so he's fully aware of what I'm doing because, it was spotted. So this player knows that there's torpedoes on the way. And you can say what you want about the St. Louis, good or bad. In this battle at tier 5, I mean, this St. Louis still has some really good maneuverability, just because it's so bloody slow. So you can see the St. Louis was easily able to avoid my torpedoes. I've got some friendly torpedoes from one of my destroyers coming in, and managed to take out the St. Louis. So fantastic. The enemies are down to 2 ships remaining. One of my destroyers is now in the sea cap, capping that out. We can see the last enemy destroyer is over there where I'm looking now. He's kind of pushing his way up the channel. Maybe looks like he might be going for B, if not A. I've got a cruiser in B though, so I don't need to worry about him. So I'm just going to sort of try and hunt down and take out this last enemy cruiser before the game actually ends, right? That is going to be my goal and what I'm going to try to get accomplished here before battle ends. I mean, overall, I didn't do too bad as well. Looking at the numbers here, about 65,000 damage recorded. So keep in mind, if there's any flooding damage, I don't think I set any fires. Nope. But if there's any flooding damage or any damage like torpedoes that hit a target that I didn't actually have that target spotted, keep in mind that those damage figures don't include those numbers. There's only damage you actually see that will increase the little damage counter. And of course, that's a mod that I have in the game here. And I just use Aslan's mod pack is basically what I do. Damage counter mod is what I've got on there. So that's pretty great. Now this other Kamikaze Arrow, you can see him here. He and I at this point in time in the game are basically going to be teaming up, right? This is completely, you know, we didn't talk about it or anything like that in chat. It's just, I was right next to him. I figured, you know, why the hell not? There's only 2 enemy ships remaining. We're both going after this same cruiser here. It's what is that? A Konigsberg, I believe. So I'm just gonna stick with this guy, and we're gonna try and launch as many torpedoes as we possibly can at the enemy ships remaining, just to get them killed and to ensure our victory. Overall points, though, we're almost at 850 points, 846, 850 now. So yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of time remaining, but that being said, if we can still take out an enemy ship, that would be pretty fantastic. So you can see the enemy destroyer has moved into B, right? We know this because B is being capped. We can see the enemy Konigsberg just took out one of my friendly ships, so that kind of sucks. But whatever, doesn't matter. So I'm going to go with my friendly Kamikaze R here. We're just going to continue along. I mean, this Konigsberg's on such low health. I'm just going to put my guns into him. If I don't finish him off, my ally will. There we go. Ally finishes him off. Fantastic. And in fact, for my ally, I believe that is my ally's 6th kill. Yes. So congratulations to that player. We did some great work here. I think it ends up with I have 3 kills and he has 6. So between the 2 of us, we managed 9 kills. I believe, anyway. I don't think we actually managed to finish off the enemy destroyer. We'll find out shortly. I mean, points are running up, right? 931. We can see the enemy destroyer in sight. That enemy destroyer did manage to cap B. Enemy destroyer, though, is being engaged by my battleships and is about to be engaged by myself and my other friendly Kamikaze R next to me on the starboard side. This guy doesn't really have much of a chance. You can see very little health remaining. Just a few more shots either from myself or from the battleship, and this guy's going to be gone. So shots are going in. Battleship finishes him off. You can see my friendly Congo there managed to finish him off, and that is victory. Fantastic. So not too bad. 6 torpedo hits, 3 kills. I got a devastating strike, a few base captures and whatnot. You can see myself and my other friendly Kamikaze R top of the team, right? That player, again, congratulations to that player with his 6 kills. Fantastic. Or with that person's 6 kills, I should say. And then I got 3 kills, so that's not too bad. Between us, we managed 9 kills. And then, of course, the Congo. I mean, we can't say, just talk about the 2 of us. I mean, the Congo in 3rd place. That player got himself 2 kills as well. So between the 3 of us, we're up to, I think it's 11 kills. So not too shabby at all. Moving into the next clip, we can see in the Kamikaze R once again, and we're on Solomon Islands. It seems like only yesterday that this was a new map, doesn't it? At least for me, anyway. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Well, I am crazy, but, you know, for me, it seems like only yesterday this map was added into the game, and it just seems weird now that this is like an old established map, but I still like this map. It's a lower tier map. I have a lot of fun in this map actually when it comes up. Sorry, I'm in my Minekaze in this game, not the Kamikaze era, so excellent. We'll get to see some Minekaze gameplay here as well. It was no real coincidence, I should say, that we have two Minekaze, two destroyers, Minekaze type destroyer replays today, because obviously we've got the Riddle going on with Puddahead here, right? And I know that Puddahead loves his tier 5 destroyers, so I decided to pick these two battles just also sort of to go along with the Riddle. And again, don't forget, March 14th is the deadline for that, and if you win, $30 worth of goods from the premium shop. And any goods you want, just let us know. We'll let myself know, and then I'll let Puddahead know. Anyway, Solomon Islands, yes. So, typical play for me is I usually do go to sea. I generally like to fight in the north. I've talked about it before. I don't know why. I will go to the south if I'm in a division and the division may decide, no, we're going to the south. Or if I do spawn near the south, yeah, I'll go down there. But most of the time I like fighting up here at A. I just find it a lot easier to ambush enemies from around the little island there, and to get some easy torpedo hits or easy torpedo shots off and take out some enemies. You'll notice just briefly there a while ago I zoomed in on the Minekaze. I noticed there was some sort of clock on the ship, right? We see it on the bow and on the stern. If anyone knows what that is, I could go and look it up and find out what it is, but I'm just curious. If any one of you know what it is, what those little dials are for, share that with me. I'd love to know. Anyway, pushing into A, we're capping A now. We're not actually capping it. There is an enemy ship in A which is contesting it, which is leading to me not actually capping it. Or is there? No, sorry, we're capping C. Northern point is C. So yes, we are capping C. Apologize for that. And we're taking a look at the enemy ships that are around. Right now, I fully expected to come around the little headland here and to see a number of enemy ships that are a lot closer. Specifically, cruisers and destroyers is what I expected to see. Instead, what I find is a number of battleships and cruisers who are staying away, staying at distance. So, okay, alright, no big deal. I do see the cruiser here, kind of lining up in the sky, but I'm spotted. To be frank though, I really wanted to take out the battleships, the two Congos. They are much juicier targets. So that is what I'm going to start lining up on. Just waiting for them to get into my range. I'm still spotted though because of the aircraft in the air, and you can see I've finally begun to take returning fire from the enemies here. There's enemy Konigsberg, I want to say, in the background, who's the one that's firing in on me, right? In the meantime, still trying to line up on these battleships. Really want them to get into my range so that I can take them out, right? So I get one spread off before I have to turn away. I just couldn't keep going forward. I would have grounded myself. I'm driving in a straight line. That enemy Konigsberg could have destroyed me, right? And I'm on half health, a little over half health right now. So I wanted to play it a little safer, just try and preserve my life here, because that's something fairly tragic that can happen in these lower tier destroyer matches. Is you get in there, you want to do so great, you want to do so many awesome things, but you die right at the beginning. Yeah. So torpedoes are on the way for enemy cruiser over there. Hopefully that enemy cruiser will just plow right into my torpedoes. The two enemy Congos back there, they really surprised me, because they basically just rode the line up until the landmass. Anyway, managed to kill off the Kuma with a few torpedo hits, so that wasn't too bad at all. We don't have to worry about the Kuma anymore. Fantastic indeed. And now that the path, or the sort of, we'll say path, now that up here in the north the path is sort of clear, I can get a lot closer now to these enemy Congos and hopefully ambush them. Well, not necessarily ambush them, but surprise them, right, with some invisible torpedoes. That is what I am going to hope to do. The biggest threat, obviously, faced to myself is going to be the enemy Konigsberg. I do not want the enemy Konigsberg to spot me. A few lucky rounds from the enemy Konigsberg, and I might die. So we can see what I was talking about, right? The enemy Congos just basically drove in a straight line. The one that I'm lined up on right now has basically grounded himself against the island. We can see the second one one is pulling away, almost like that player recognized the mistake. I launch off 2 sets of torpedoes at that Congo, hoping that they're going to hit and take that guy out. In the meantime, I just lost an allied cruiser. We can see him on fire and sinking there next to me, so that kind of sucked. We're going to line up our 3rd torpedo launcher on the Congo now, again, hoping that all these torpedoes hit and potentially take that player out. That would be ideal. So these torpedoes are looking good. We're going to hit them with at least 3, so there we go. 3 torpedo hits on the stern of the Congo, which is fantastic. Did a bit of damage there, and the Congo is down to half health. You can see some of my allies are starting to show up here in the north and help me out up here. Not that I necessarily need the help, because I am holding back the enemy. The 2 enemy Congos aren't able to get in here and actually start capping the zone, which is nice. We can see my other 2 torpedoes on their way in for the Congo. I do manage to get 1 hit on them. There we go. Fantastic. More damage done to that Congo, right? And we can see now allied torpedoes on the way for the Congo. So I'm still going to launch my torpedoes just in case my allied torpedoes miss. And while those are en route, we are then going to start lining up on the 2nd enemy Congo, because this 2nd enemy Congo, for whatever reason, has decided that being on the edge of the map and grounding himself wasn't necessarily the best idea, and now has decided to start pushing into our cap finally. I did get briefly spotted there while I was launching off those torpedoes, and continue to pop in and out of being spotted as well, right? Because there were some enemy planes in the air, but more importantly, that enemy Congo over there is really close. So this guy's going to start spotting us here shortly. So we've got torpedoes going in. You can see the enemy Congo is trying to slow down to avoid it. Managed to avoid 1 of the torpedoes, but I did hit the enemy Congo with 3 torpedoes and brought that enemy Congo down to below half health. And in fact, I think at this point in time, this enemy Congo is flooding, so fantastic. So more torpedoes are on the way for the enemy Congo, hoping that those torpedoes will go in there, finish them off. If you notice, my team has basically commanding lead on on A and B. Sorry, again, A and C. We have a pretty good lead on those points, and good control of those points. I was actually quite surprised to see us being in this situation of having the north and south point and not really being bothered by the fact that we don't have the south or the middle point, right? The enemies didn't really seem to push through that middle point to take advantage of the fact that our forces are split at this time. Well, whatever, their mistake. So the torpedoes I launched off at that Congo missed, unfortunate, but I still have the enemy Congo in range or thereabouts. He's sailing towards me, so he'll get into range when those torpedoes get to him. So we launch off a full spread at the enemy Congo. I'm going to try and keep alongside this enemy Congo without being spotted. The idea here is that if the enemy Congo starts taking evasive maneuver and my torpedoes reload, I will be able to take advantage of the situation and get the enemy Congo gone. And you can see it was a good call, right? Enemy Congo decides to turn away. Those torpedoes I launched are all going to miss, but now I'm just waiting on the reload, like 3 seconds left on that. Sure, the enemy Congo sees me, but I'm able to pop my smoke. We're just going to slow the ship down here a little so that I'm not spotted. We're going to launch off the torpedoes at the enemy Congo so that he won't be able to spot those, hopefully until it's too late. And now that we're in the smoke, we're just going to speed ourselves up again and turn out of the situation, right? I'm not going to stick around here and let this enemy Congo see me and take some shots off at me. Even though the enemy Congo has bigger concerns right now, because you notice some of my aircraft carriers, torpedo bombers, are making a run on the Congo right now. And in fact, those torpedoes do look like they're going to do a bit of damage, maybe take out the enemy Congo. Enemy Congo, though, is not having any of that, avoids the torpedoes, but by avoiding those torpedoes, puts himself in a position where he hits my torpedo. Fantastic. Enemy Congo is now gone. Not too shabby at all, and I believe that that's the 2nd kill, so that's pretty great. So we have more enemy ships who decided to move up here towards the north. In the meantime, I've got an allied ship who started to cap B. Enemy ships that are up here in the north, though, I immediately start launching off torpedoes. We still see the Konigsberg. Now it's the same Konigsberg from the beginning of the game that did a bit of damage to me and that I was concerned about. So I was actually quite surprised that this enemy Konigsberg first didn't expect torpedoes and second drove in a straight line. Yes. So torpedoes go in, hit them with 2, get the devastating strike, and that's my 3rd kill. And we're, I think now, yes, now we are over the 100,000 damage mark, right? We are at 109 or 108 or somewhere in and around there. So that is pretty great as well. fairly happy with the results in this game. The enemies still have 5 ships remaining. They did prevent our cap at B, but still not necessarily too concerned about this, right? Because we still have commanding lead on the points. We've got A and we've got A and we've got C. No enemy ships around those points, so not really concerned about those points being lost. It looks like at this point in time, the enemy ships are basically just trying to push through B and maybe into our maybe cap another point, right? Start taking us out as quick as they possibly can. So we can see an enemy, I think it's an enemy Wyoming, I have lined up here. Gonna launch some torpedoes at this guy and hopefully actually take him out. Decide to switch targets because there's a bit of a landmass in the way, and this enemy, other enemy battleship here, I think this one's in New York, is a little closer to me, so I felt better that my torpedoes would actually hit him. So we launch off our torpedoes, we turn away out of the situation so that I do not get spotted. You'll notice during that entire run I was not spotted, so I was pretty happy with that, and I was pretty confident that these torpedoes on the way for the New York were actually going to take him out. Not expecting the New York to actually maneuver around. I didn't expect it at all, to be frank. So you can see my torpedoes go in and miss. Yes, they all miss, and it was fairly tragic. I really wanted to take out the New York here, get myself another kill, do a bit more damage, right? That's what I was hoping for. But oh well, enemy New York was able to avoid them, so good job of that player. We're going to launch off more torpedoes now, because again, I kept the enemy New York in my torp range. So we're launching more of those off at the player now. Hopefully these ones will work. I mean, at this point in time in the battle too, I didn't want to just go all out and all throw caution to the wind, right? I'm still trying to remain unseen, still trying to do some stealthy torpedoing here, right up until the end, right? That's what I'm going to be trying to do. You can see the points at 935 now, or thereabouts. I mean, I could have really went in there and just point blank torpedoed them if I would have survived. But I'm happy with the call that I made, just to hold back, right? You can see the torpedoes that I did launch at the enemy New York missed, because the enemy New York made a turn to port once they got into B. So those torpedoes didn't actually manage to do anything, and frankly both of these enemies are turning in on the island, using it as cover. I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt and say that they're using it as cover against my torpedoes. Probably not, but whatever. So I'm not actually going to be able to launch any more torpedoes at these guys. The game is basically over, right? We've won 995 points. Just a quick matter here of getting to the 1,000 points, and it's all over. There we go. 1,000 points has been reached, and victory is ours. So we'll take a look at some of the overall results here. So 13 torpedo hits, not too bad. 3 kills as well. 10 flooding. I got an assisted base capture there as well. Top of the team overall, which wasn't too bad. But obviously what I'm most happy with in this game is just the overall damage done. I mean, that is quite a bit of damage done at tier 5 and for a destroyer. Anyway, that is, or for a destroyer tier 5, yeah. Anyway, that is today's video. Do not forget about the riddle, right? We flashed it up on the screen. It's also in the video comment section below, so if you need to read it and take some time to think about it, it is there for you to do so. Once you have your answer, email it to me, thotgor1@gmail.com. The first person to get it correct will win, and what you win is $30 worth of goods from the premium shop. And all of this has been sponsored by Puddahead, so thank you again, Puddahead. And of course, this is just in remembrance of his dog who has passed away recently. So thanks again, Puddahead, for offering this contest. Great. I'm really excited to see who wins the prize here. Anyway, leave any comments you have for me in the video comment section below. Love reading those and responding back to them. Hit the old like button if you did like today's video. Hit subscribe if you are not a subscriber. And as always, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day.